Panji. Panji is the state capital and the district headquarters of North Goa district. It is a class 3 town and the largest urban center in terms of population in the North Goa district. The state is traditionally known as a tourist paradise for its natural scenery, unique beaches, and cultural diversity. Goa has a well developed social, physical, and industrial infrastructure and virtual connectivity. Goa has an international airport that facilitates faster access to the region for leisure, entertainment, and other purposes. It also has significant port infrastructure. Panji is Goa's fastest growing city after Vasco and Madgaon. It is spotted as one of the most attractive tourist destination centers in India and attracts around 2 lakh national tourists and 0.35 lakhs international tourists annually. It is spotted as one of the most attractive tourist destination centers in India and attracts around 2 lakh national tourists and 0.35 lakh international tourists annually. The city being the administrative capital has most of the state level government office headquarters, departmental guest houses, along with the private sector branch offices and their activities. The main economic base of the city is trade and commerce. Of these, the tourist related facilities, that is, hotels, restaurants, shopping malls, are worth mentioning. The city also serves as a market center for nearby small towns for supplying various communities, especially building materials and consumer electronic items. There are few specific market locations which are known for wholesale communities located in the city. Location map. The city lies in northern region of Goa in Tiswari Taluka. The exact location of the city is at 15.29 degree north latitude and 73.49 degree east longitude. Panji has a total geographical area of 8.12 square kilometer, which is divided into 30 administrative wards. The total population of the city is around 40,000 according to the 2011 census, and density of the population is 4,928 people per square kilometer. Panji surrounding map. The urban agglomeration population of the city is 1,14,759. The Panji urban agglomeration area consists of main city of Panji as well as adjoining urban pockets which include 7 outgrowth areas and 4 census towns. The 7 outgrowth areas are Palalim, Morambe Grand, Renovadi, Morambe Penequo, Kujera, Talegaon, Durgawadi, and 4 census towns are Chimbel, Mudra, Kalapur, and Bambolim.
Up to 1500 AD, Panji was mainly a marshy land area consisting of temporary hutment of fishermen. King Adil Shah built a castle on the bank of river Mandvi as Summer Palace in 1500 AD. In 1501 AD, Goa was captured by the Portuguese. The castle of Adil Shah was then used as a checkpoint for incoming ships. In 1541 AD, the Panji church was built, which is most important historic landmark of the city up till now. In 1633 AD, the then Viceroy Count de Linares built a 3.2 km causeway linking Panji to Raibandar village. It exists even today and is known as Ponte de Linares. At the point it was constructed was the longest bridge in existence. From 1781 to 1843 AD, settlement started developing in organic manner in Coconut Grove area, which is now called as Fountainhurst region, located at the foot of Altino Hill. In 1831 AD, the capital of Portuguese Goa was shifted from Vela city to the Panji city, looking at the strategic importance of the city with coastline for trade and hill region for defense. In 1923 AD, the central city was planned in gridiron pattern for trading purpose. Also from 1929 AD, new settlements started growing near the Altino Hill region and Champal area. Development and expansion of cities slowly took place. Basic public services like water supply and electricity were introduced. In 1961 AD, Goa got independence and became a part of India. Post-independence, the city started growing along the coastline of Arabian Sea from Miramar region to Jerusalem up to Dona Paula region. At this time, Goa was one of the Union territories of India. In 1987, the Patto region on the other side of the Oiram Creek started developing in grid pattern. The region became the administration zone as the capital of state and also the second major commercial zone of the city. In 2011, the Raibandar region on the other side of the Puerto de Linares bridge was added to the city according to the new development plan. The city of Panji can be seen expanding along the coastline from the Center Core region up to Dona Paulo region in the south and Raibandar in the east. The city lies on bank of river Mandvi, which meets the Arabian Sea near the northern part of the city. Two creeks, namely St. Ines Creek and Oiram Creek, passes through the center core city. The creeks are the main path for stormwater drain in the core area of the city. The city also has a lake called Mala Lake, which is connected to the Oiram Creek. The southern part of this core city has a hilly topography known as Altino Hill. The altitude of the hill area goes up to 70 meters from the mean sea level, whereas the rest of the city is at an average of 7 meters from the mean sea level.
Social infrastructure in Panji houses major educational and health facilities. The city has a number of primary, secondary and higher secondary schools in the city, apart from which the city also has various colleges and technical institutions. The health facilities of the city are taken care by the Goa Hospital, which is located in Bambolim, which also has the medical college, apart from which there are plenty of health facilities which are provided and maintained by the private sector. The city has a number of parks and playground facilities which caters the needs of the people. Educational facilities. The public educational facilities within the city are managed under the Directorate of Education of Goa. Panji is an educational center and houses well-known educational institutes. The city's educational institutes offer various degree courses, professional education courses and technical courses, among which there are 9 higher secondary schools, 1 open school and 3 special schools, apart from which there are 2 degree colleges, 9 professional educational colleges, 6 public libraries and 2 technical institutes. The city also has other educational facilities like public libraries. The Goa University is located at Talegaon in the vicinity of the city limits. The educational facilities in Panji are adequate with sufficient number of educational institutes and teaching staff. The high literacy rate of 87% in Panji city as per 2011 census confirms the availability of adequate educational facilities in the city. The major concentration of the educational facilities is also towards the northern and eastern part of the city, making it quite accessible throughout the city. Now, accessing the educational facilities with respect to the city region population as per URDA PFI guidelines, we conclude that the present educational facilities in the city are good with adequate pre-primary, primary, senior secondary, degree colleges, technical education institute, medical college and other professional courses colleges. However, the city lacks educational facilities like engineering college, school for physically challenged, school for mentally challenged, integrated school facilities and nursing and paramedical institute. Health facilities. The city of Panji is well equipped with good health facilities. There are a number of private multi-speciality hospitals, clinics and dispensaries which are adequate to cater to the city's present needs. The health facilities in the city are mainly located in the areas adjoining the core city area towards the northern part of the city. The northern part of the city is equipped with major city level health amenities and remains accessible for the city as well as the adjoining urban centers and rural areas due to good connectivity. The health facilities within the city at present includes adequate number of nursing homes, child welfare and maternity centers, general hospital and urban health center. However, the city has inadequate number of dispensaries and no facilities like polyclinic, veterinary hospital and vet dispensary. Now we discuss about the fire and emergency services in Goa, which has been constituted under the Fire Force Act 1986. Under Section 4 of the Act, the superintendence and control of the fire force vests with the Director of Fire and Emergency Services. Operationally, fire service consists of one headquarter, three subdivisions, and a fire prevention and training cell, each headed by a gazetted officer. At present, there are 12 numbers of fire stations and one headquarters with an approved technical strength of 524 personnel and 44 articulated vehicles of various nomenclatures. The firefighting services in the city are adequate and it can tackle with any kind of problem. Physical planning and growth management. The outline development plan has been prepared for the city, which includes the mapping of all the city areas with existing and proposed land use, amenities, and road network. The outline development plan for Panji includes the allocated areas or zones of land for use under residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural purposes, for public and semi-public open spaces, parks, and playgrounds. Starting with the preservation area, which is on the leftmost corner of the city, followed by agricultural and recreational areas of Panji, which are managed and maintained either under CCP or Forest Department of Government of Goa. There are 14 numbers of parks and 25 numbers of lawn spaces in CCP area. As per the present land use pattern, 0.8 km square of the city area is under parks and open spaces, which is 14.55% of the total area. This does not suffice the minimum allocation of 18 to 20% under recreational zone as per the URD-PFI guidelines. Hence, the city has inadequate number of parks and open spaces. The facilities within the city at present include adequate number of housing area parks, neighborhood parks, and community parks, but it lacks the city and district level parks. Moving on to public and semi-public areas, which contribute to about 13.64% of the total land use, which is slightly higher than the URD-PFI guidelines of 10 to 12%. Being administrative center, it has concentration of all the government offices and other public utilities like auditoriums, community halls, public library, educational institutions, churches, temples, etc. The public and semi-public areas are mostly concentrated in the central core of the city along with the thriving commercial areas. Now moving on to commercial facilities, which contributes to about 0.85 kilometers, that is 15.45% of the total city land use. It is a major trade center as well as a tourist hub, which gives thrust on in the increase of the commercial establishments in the city. The city core has been predominantly become the commercial hub of the city, which is 98% of workforce employed in the tertiary sector. The commercial areas include the city core area and newly proposed commercial area of ADC Pattu. Now moving on to residential use, which contributes to about 50.91% of the total land use in the city. As per the URD-PFI guidelines, 40 to 45% of the total land use should be under residential purpose. Hence, the residential area in the city is adequate and in excess. The residential area of the city is mainly concentrated towards the southern part of the city. The residential areas include areas of Altinho, Campbell, Miramar, Dona Paula, Karansaling, St. Ines, etc. As per the URD-PFI norms, there are inadequate city-level recreational and open spaces. Moreover, the present parks are not even developed as multi-recreational facilities which can be used by the locals as well as the tourists, less preferred by the locals. Since many decades, Goa has been considered as the most popular destination for owning a holiday home both by Indians as well as foreigners. The pristine beaches, white sands, colorful flea markets, and most importantly, the architectural diversity make Goa a holiday home buyer's ultimate paradise. Real estate in Panji is booming due to the rising number of monumental structures, residential complexes, and educational institutes. The available data on land rates has been examined to understand the real estate growth, which indicates that Altinho, Dona Paula, Miramar, and Porvorim are the prime areas having a land value ranging between 3,000 to 39,000 per square feet, whereas the commercial areas of the city possess property values ranging from 3,000 to 9.5 thousand per square feet. The city area has 66% of developed area while 35% of undeveloped area. The city's land use is predominantly of residential type with the high concentration of commercial land use within the core city area. A major portion of the city is part of eco-sensitive zone consisting of 4% of land under watershed, 4% of land under conservation, while 25% of the land under natural resources. The city has no industrial setups, hence no land is under industrial land use. The existing land use has been compared with URDPFI guidelines to assess the adequacy of existing areas under various categories. As indicated in the table, the city lacks adequate land use share under recreation and transportation land use, while the residential, commercial, and public and semi-public use is meeting the URDPFI guidelines but exceeds the norms. The residential character of the city is predominant, however, high percentage of area under is under commercial and public, semi-public due to the city's commercial growth and existence of all state administrative offices.
The road networks in Goa are well developed in coastal plains, providing accessibility to the beaches and various tourist spots. However, accessibility to hilly and dense forested terrain of Western Ghats is poorly developed. Goa has two national highways passing through it. The NH17 runs along the west coast, links Goa to Mumbai in the north and Bangalore to the south, while NH4A runs across the state, connecting the city of Panji to the capital of Karnataka in the east. There are two single broad gauge track routes for the movement of goods and people. The north-south link by Konkan Rail Corporation and the east-west link by South Western Railway. The state has two major railway stations. Madgaon station is the biggest and most prominent railway station, being a junction positioned at the intersection of Konkan Railway and South Western Railway. It is well connected to the major cities of the country like Mumbai, Bangalore, Cochin, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Jaipur, Kolkata, etc. Apart from this, there are smaller stations along the rail routes passing through the state which connects to the various locations. The city of Panji does not have a direct rail connectivity. At present, the Madgaon station only serves as the major rail link to the city. It is located at a distance of 40 kilometers in the south of the city and further connected by private buses, private taxis, two-wheelers, etc. The nearest railway station to the city is located at Karmali at the distance of 14 kilometers from the city. However, the station is small and presently not equipped with the good infrastructure to cater high volumes of passenger traffic. Moreover, there is a lack of a proper public transport system between Karmali and Panji which can facilitate good accessibility to Panji. The airport facility for the city is located at Dabolim, which is about 35 km away from Panji. Apart from this, a greenfield airport is also proposed at Mopa, which is located at the distance of 30 km from the city. Goa has 253 km of navigable inland waterways. Currently, the Mandovi and Zuari rivers are used for transportation of around 15 million tons of iron ore from mines to Mormugao port. Beside iron ore, coal is also transported from the port. There are 21 ferry routes within the states. Out of these, 12 routes have been privatized for toll fees since 2002. There are 3 jetties from which ferry transports people and vehicle across the river Mandovi. They operate from Panji to Betim, Raibandar to Chorao and Diwar jetty to St. Pedro. Similar to many other Indian cities that have had a colonial past, has a mix of organic radial and grid iron network. Organic road networks are seen in Fountainous, Portias areas which were first to be inhabited on the account of creek and the presence of freshwater springs. Radial networks developed in Altino areas due to topographical conditions. Grid iron networks exist in central Panji areas as in farms, reclaimed and engineered land that was led by engineer Luis Marvillas in 1923. The Porto complex also has a grid iron pattern as it was designed and executed in 1985. The city of Panji is connected by the hierarchy of road networks, which includes national highway, state highways, major district roads, and the city roads. About 77% of the road networks has either 2 or 4 lanes ranging from 8 meters to 40 meters width, 14 meters width, and around 12% of the road networks has 2-lane carriage widths. The remaining 11% of the road networks are single lane. Majority of these single lane roads are collector roads, and further collecting to the arterial roads. The major regional roads have 4 lanes, and all the major roads within the city have 2 lanes. The CBD area of Panji is an ideal for pedestrian movement as the concentration of commercial activities stretch 600 meters in east-west and 400 meters in north-south, which makes it ideal as walkable core. It enjoys a mix of land use dominated with commercial activities, also lending to institutional, residential and recreational uses. CBD also acts as a key pedestrian link among heritage areas with contrasting urban character, public spaces and historic buildings. As per the survey analysis and comprehensive mobility plan for the city of Panji in 2010, 10 city roads junctions were surveyed to estimate the traffic volume during peak hours. A maximum traffic volume observed on IFFI junction, that is the junction to Rai Bandar Causeway, and has 4 major roads meeting it. The other junction where high influx of traffic volume was observed at Secretariat Junction and Betim Ferry Junction. In spite of all the built and natural features which supports pedestrian movement in the core city, it has been highly affected by chaotic traffic patterns due to movement of vehicles all over. Inadequate safety measures, noise and pollution due to vehicles, etc., all leading to unfriendly pedestrian environment. The Panji city has 2 major entry and exit points, the old Patto Bridge and the new Patto Bridge. The old Patto Bridge was built during the period of Portugal rule and is the heritage structure. Most of the traffic uses these 2 major bridges for commuting to and fro to the city. 74% of the total traffic enters from New Patto Bridge and the remaining 26% of the traffic enters from Old Patto Bridge in the city. On an average, total 1 lakh vehicles enter in the city through these 2 bridges. It shows a high level of traffic movement on these bridges, which becomes a bottleneck during the peak traffic hours. Since the central business district of Panji was planned during the late 19th century, the road carriage width is narrow to carry the present vehicular traffic volume, causing traffic jams and blockage in the peak hours. The junction proved to be narrow for free vehicular movement. During peak hours, roads like 18th June Road, Mahatma Gandhi Road and AB Road are all being the core of the CBD areas suffer severe congestion, making the lives of its inhabitants unhealthy and miserable. DB Marg Road also suffers unmanageable traffic volumes during peak hours, affecting all the key institutions and public spaces along the road in Panji. The junction as where enter the city. There are 26 major traffic junctions in the city. Out of these, the major junctions that are prone to heavy traffic congestions in the city are as listed below. Kadamba Circle near Hira Petrol Pump, Panji Church Square Junction, Army Headquarters Junction, Kala Academy Junction and Vivanta Hotel Junction.
The location along the river and nearness to the coast makes Panji a highly environmental sensitive zone. The city has been evolving and developing due to the tourism activities which have gained importance in the last 2 decades. This has been putting pressure on the city infrastructure over the years. The city infrastructure was planned considering a normal growth trend and the psychographic features of the city. However, The high influx of tourist population and the growing economy catering to this throughout the year has been major reason for affecting the present urban environment of the city. The city of Panji has abundant lakes, marshy lands acting as a buffer against the stormwater floods in the past years. However, these natural barriers are shrinking in number and area over the years due to rapid urbanization and increasing demand for developable land. The Water Resource Department is in charge of natural drains and major drains in the city. There is an urgent need to address the issues pertaining to the degradation of the city's water bodies, especially the St. Anne's Drain and the Mala Lake. The city comes under an eco-sensitive area falling in coastal regulation zone, that is CRZ 1, 2 and 3. In June 1996, the Ministry of Environment and Forest requested the National Institute of Oceanography of Goa to delineate eco-sensitive areas along the coastal stretches of Goa, based on which approval of plans was issued in 1996. With respect to Panji and its environment, the following categories has been approved under the Goa State Coastal Zone Management Plan. CRZ1. The areas which are environmentally most critical are included in CRZ1 areas. These areas include the end of Donapola region and the intertidal zone of coastline of Panji, along with areas around the Koram Lake and Mala Lake. The Mala Lake has witnessed serious depreciation in past few years. CRZ2. CRZ2 shall constitute the developed land areas up to or close to the shoreline, within the existing municipal limits or in other existing legally designated urban areas, which have Sirazali region up to the Cabo Raj Niwas and areas for Donapola jetty.
Now let's learn about the heritage and culture of city Panji. Panji, being the capital city of Goa, has been declared as a heritage city for urban renewal scheme and is one of the most attractive tourist destinations in India. The Outline Development Plan of 2011 of Panji has declared 5 areas as conservation zone. First being the central Panji. Mandovi riverfront consists of the first row of buildings along the Avenida Brazil. The land use pattern is heterogeneous with predominance of non-residential use. This is the first visual contact with the built form of Panji for all water-based activities. Second, being Campal. This also lies along the Mandovi riverfront and predominantly a residential area occupied by higher economic growth of population. This area is serene and tranquil away from the main hub of the activity. Third, the Altino region. This region consists of majority of government and administrative buildings. Fourth, the Fontainas and the Portais. This is the original cultural center of Panji and the land use pattern is predominantly mixed commercial, institutional and residential use. The narrow widening roads and buildings with Portuguese architecture make this distinct homogeneous group. Fifth, Mara. Mara Heritage Area is also one of the very old residential area consisting of numerous old heritage structures and residential houses. The Mala Lake is also located in this heritage area. Places of religious importance. Sri Mahalakshmi Temple, St. Ina's Church, Our Lady of Rosary Church, Immaculate Conception Church, Maruti Temple, Our Lady of Ajuda Church and St. Mary's Orthodox Syrian Church are the few main religious important places in Panji. Ecotourism destinations. Miramar Beach. It is located 3 kilometers from the city central and is major recreational area of the city, and it attracts tourists visiting the city. This beach is one of the most crowded beaches in Goa and remains full with local and international tourists throughout the year. Mala Lake. This lake is situated in Panji. This place has a scenic beauty and has the potential to develop as a city recreational space. Dona Paula. It is located 7 kilometers from the city. It is the meeting point of two of Goa's famous rivers, Zwari and Mandovi. It is one of the very famous tourist destinations in the city and also has water sports activities available. The official residence of the governor of Goa, known as Cabo Raj Bhavan, is situated in the westernmost tip of Dona Paula. The festivals of Goa. International Film Festival. Goa is the permanent venue for the International Film Festival and it attracts a lot of national and international film fraternity. This prestigious event is held at Kala Academy located in Panji. Shigmo. Shigmo is Goa's answer to Holi, which is a festival of color. It's the state's biggest spring festival. The festival honors the homecoming of the warriors who had left their homes and families at the end of Dasera to fight the invaders. The Mary Immaculate Conception Church Fest. This fest is one of the major Christian festivals and is held at the very famous and important church of Goa. Goa International Travel Mart. This event is carried out every year to showcase Goa as a travel destination. It strives to bring about a face-to-face interaction of Goa travel trade, hoteliers, and other stakeholders from Goa with leading travel agents from India and abroad. Goa Carnival. This is a 4-day activity of fun, amusement, festivity that covers the entire state of Goa. This festivity includes a parade of colorful clothes and masked revelers attired in a gorgeous costume, singing, dancing to lively music that is usually performed live. This offers visitors an opportunity to experience cuisine, culture through unique blend of food, fun, and local and national music performances, fashion shows, and entertainment. Goa Art and Literature Fest. The International Centre of Goa, in association with Government of India, is organizing a major cultural event at national level with participants from all over the country. It is held at the International Centre of Dona Paula, Panji.
Infrastructure and services. Water supply. In Goa, the state's Public Health Engineering Department undertakes the functions of provision of water supply to the city. Panji city's water supply source is River Khandeka, which is the perennial source. The total distribution area of the city is divided into 3 water supply distribution zones, which are Panji CCP, Raibandar, and Talegaon, as per the location and area covered by the existing storage reservoirs. The total length of distribution network in the city is 77 kilometers. The coverage of water supply distribution pipeline network with respect to the existing road length in the city is 100% within the CCP region, and presently 79% of the households within the CCP area are provided with the house service connections. Sewerage and sanitation. The existing sewerage system in Panji covers only the core city area and does not cater to the outer areas of Raibandar, Talegaon, Dona Paula, Karanzelan, as well as the adjoining outworks. Some of the wards in the outer area of the city are partially covered, while the remaining is totally devoid of sewerage system. The uncovered areas depend upon the system of individual soak pits, septic tanks, direct discharge into the major drains, and also open defecation to some extent. The total length of the sewerage network in the Panji CCP is about 45 km, out of which 40 km covers the core city area, while 3 km covers the EDC Patto area. The present coverage of the sewerage network with respect to the existing road length in the city managing the collection, transportation, treatment, and disposal of municipal solid waste generated in Panji city. The map shows 4-way segregation center, compost station, and sorting centers at different locations in the city. Stormwater drain. Based on the natural topography and the slope of the city, all the stormwater drains are laid flowing towards the western area of the city. All the roadside drains, surface runoff water is laid into major drains, which is further discharged into River Mandvi. Runoff from Altino Hillock flowing into Mala and Fantanos area of the city further discharging into Mala Lake. From here it flows into Oram Creek and finally to River Mandvi. Runoff from the core city area, that is northern part, flowing in Mandvi River through surface drains and gutters. Runoff from southern part of the city flow into the Arabian Sea. Vulnerability mapping. Vulnerability assessment is carried out to identify and assess the sensitivity of the city system to the identified exposure levels. Sensitivity is the degree to which a system or species is affected either adversely or beneficially by climate stressors. The effect may be direct or indirect. Table 1 shows the different areas of the city with sensitive sectors and factors causing sensitivity. Water supply network is getting affected partially in some areas of the city, including Patto region, Miramar, and Dona Paula. Solid waste management. Vulnerable infrastructure includes sorting centers, 4-way segregation centers, and compost stations at different locations of the city, which include Mala Lake, Santa Ynez, Miramar, and La Campana. Sewerage and sanitation. Trunk drains, surface drains, and community toilets in the listed areas of the city might get affected due to impact of sea level rise. La Campana, Miramar, Dona Paula are some of the areas which might get affected. Transport. NH4A and Patto Bridge that connects Panji to Rai Bandar and Old Goa are likely to be affected. The interstate bus terminal and upcoming multi-level parking at Patto and at Paytm Ferry Point may also be vulnerable. Apart from this, major and minor roads, bus stands, and parking areas might also get affected in sea level rise scenario. Heritage and tourism. The conservation area in the northern part of the city is likely to be partially affected. Apart from this, beach-facing hotels in the areas will also get affected. Heritage and tourism. Energy and telecommunications. Vulnerable infrastructure includes electricity substations, gas stations, telecommunication lines, and towers in affected areas, which include Santa Ynez, Yoginagar, and Rai Bandar. Social infrastructure. Vulnerable infrastructure includes schools, hospitals, and clinics. They will be affected by flooding either due to extreme rainfall or sea level rise in affected areas, which include Patto region, Yoginagar, Santa Ynez, and La Campana. SWOT analysis. Strengths. State capital with heritage and cultural importance acts as the tourist hub for the state as accessible to tourist spots in the state. Panji city is the regional center for surrounding rural areas and settlements. Regional settings and good inter and intrastate connectivity, road, rail, air and waterways, availability of surface water source, clean city with best practice of solid waste management. Weaknesses: lack of coordination between ULP and parastatal state agencies. Core city is already saturated with high density and congestion related issues. Inadequate city infrastructure with respect to stormwater drains, sewerage, traffic management, parking, etc. Opportunities: development of tourism, heritage, and cultural potential, increase in economic activities, trade, and commercial activities, development of local skills and handicrafts, increase in real estate investments and housing demand, CPUD project, and potentiality to be a smart city. Threats: environmental degradation, land reclamation, violation of building bylaws, blocking of natural drainage pattern, high migration rate causing increasing population density, heavy loss in case of natural disasters. Now, here are some inferences which we draw after studying the Panji city. Traffic and transportation. The city of Panji has only 5.45% of area under traffic and transportation, which is highly inadequate as per URDPFI guidelines. However, the present road network system covers entire residential and commercial areas of the city. The city is observing high increase in two-wheelers and four-wheelers in absence of proper public transport system. All the major roads have on-street parking, which reduces the effective right of way. This creates high amount of congestion in core city areas and other major roads in the city. Multi-level parking facility is very essential to restrict roadside parking, causing hindrance to vehicular and pedestrian traffic. Solid waste management. 100% of the households are covered with solid waste management coverage, and around 65% of waste of the total waste generated is being collected through door-to-door collection in the city. The city has 100% household covered in door-to-door collection. The present solid waste management system is well organized with segregation of waste at the source, sorting and disposal of dry waste, and decomposing of wet waste into manure for reuse. Water supply. 100% coverage of water supply network is observed with respect to existing road within the CCP area, though only 79 of the total households have access to metered household connections. Stormwater drains. Flooding in the city is part of natural process due to the geographical conditions of the city. However, it was suggested that a vulnerability study of the city area with respect to flooding and its mitigation measures needs to be prepared to address this issue. Heavy flow of rainwater from El Tino region contributes flooding during the monsoon. Sewerage and sanitation. At present, the existing UGD system covers only the core city area with 56 coverage with respect to existing roads, while the adjoining and outer areas of the city are devoid of sewerage system and mostly dependent of the system of individual soak pits or septic tanks. Only 42% of households in the region have access of sewer connections, while 52% depends on soak pits. Tourism and heritage development. The city lacks tourist activities highlighting the art, culture and heritage of the city, which is one of its most important resources of the state to the tourist which merely look for beach tourism. The city also does not have good quality tourist infrastructure like well-designed signages, modernized public toilets, well-designed pedestrian walkways, reliable public transport system, etc. The city-level tourist spots needs to be developed which will enhance the tourist experience within the city.